Well, President Obama and the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe set to make some history today with this visit to Pearl Harbor for the Japanese Prime Minister. It brings up larger questions about what's to happen in this relationship between the United States and Japan with the new Trump administration. Ben Kamisar joins us from the Hill today. There's a couple of interesting things about this meeting, Ben. You know, first of all, I guess it's come out that there are other Japanese prime ministers that have visited Pearl Harbor in the past, and you know, years ago, just done so quietly, but Shinzo Abe making it a public appearance with the American president and going to the memorial is in and of itself a big deal. What should we make of this? What should be taken away, especially since it's probably President Obama's last major meeting with a foreign leader?
No, of course, and this is obviously what President Obama wants to sort of leave as his lasting legacy in foreign affairs. You know, the tone that he takes here is going to be important. It doesn't seem like he's going to, he chose not to apologize for the atom bomb that was dropped, which is certainly a contentious topic in Japan, and it doesn't look like Prime Minister Abe will be apologizing for the Pearl Harbor attacks. But, you know, sort of to see the relationship between these two world leaders will be important here, especially as we look over to a future with the new incoming President-elect Donald Trump, and what he could mean and his relationship could mean for the future of those two countries as well.
Oh, just look at his comments in the campaign, right? It's like, hey, we have these military bases in Japan. Guess what? They should pay more for them. So it will be a different relationship, right?
Yeah, no, it definitely will. I mean, on one hand, you probably have a Japan that is emboldened to some extent about this tough talk on China. Certainly, you know, Japan could see this as an opening for them to really, you know, help increase the relationship with between the U.S. and with Japan. But that said, there's still obviously some concerns that certain tactics, whether it be, you know, the tariffs that President-elect Trump has been proposing, also the call to Taiwan, things like that. There's a little bit concern, I would imagine, that things like that could shake up stability in the region as well.
It is a larger and good point that you make, that if the most adversarial relationship with the United States going forward is going to be with China, Donald Trump's going to need some leverage when he's president to deal with China, right? I mean, a lot of people think that that's what's really going on with Russia, that he's trying to have a more friendly relationship with Russia and make, you know, China the more, as I say, adversarial relationship. But Japan plays into that, too.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the chess of international politics and international diplomacy is fascinating and so multifaceted. I mean, I think you're right. I mean, there is an opening here for Japan to sort of, you know, engage its foothold in the East. But I still think there, at least from some of the experts that I've heard from, there is concern about what policies that could depart from international norms could mean for the stability of that region and others.
And finally, on today, this would be a bigger deal, right? I guess, if it happened on December 7th. The president wasn't vacationing in Hawaii at the time, so, you know, he always vacations around the Christmas holidays there. So it's happening now. So it didn't happen on the 75th anniversary, but also if there was an apology, right?
Yeah, I mean, certainly those from both sides, those are things that both Americans, American public certainly would love an apology about Pearl Harbor, and the Japanese public would love an apology for the Nagasaki bombing as well.
That's true. And then neither one of those are going to happen. It's certainly not in the near future. Now, with this new administration, then we can almost count on that. Ben, thanks. Ben Kamisar with us from the Hill today.